Welcome back, everybody. Hot Mike rolls on a Hump Day Wednesday, final half hour of the show. We mentioned this on our Best of the Weekend on Monday in terms of it's a huge basketball recruiting weekend here in the state. Bison men added a player. Bison women added a player. UND men added a player as well. For our next guest, we just had him on the show about 3 weeks ago, and now it's a done deal. I'd like to say we were maybe a good luck charm to Sage Hanson, announced I believe Friday afternoon that he has announced that he is committed to play basketball at the University of North Dakota for Paul Sather's team, and he joins us now. Okay, so first off, congrats. Second, when we chatted 3 weeks ago, did you have it like maybe it's coming, or did it just, hey, when it felt right, it's time to make a decision?
Well, it kind of just happened. It just kind of felt right in the moment. Like I didn't plan to make a decision this quick, but it just felt really right in the moment. So I was like, why not wait, or why wait when I could just do it now and get it done with?
So tell us the phone call, how it all went down when you called Coach Sather.
Well, I had just finished cleaning the horse stables at the fair, so it was on my way back home from that. I give him a call. I tell him that I've just finished at the horse barns and the stables. He had a good laugh, and then I told him that I just want to be a fighting hawk, and it was pretty quick, short to the point. He kind of understood that I wanted to get home and shower, of course. So,
What were you thinking about basketball when you're cleaning the horse stables?
yeah, I was. I was thinking about it last night, and then I was thinking about that morning. I was like, well, I think I'll just give him a call after this real quick and just get it done.
Was it something about it like, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore, I'm ready to commit myself to basketball? Like, what was the thought process when you're doing that?
Um, it was kind of just like he's been showing me a lot of support, Coach Sather has, and he's been always at my tournaments, always giving me calls, and I've always liked the campus at UND, and that's kind of the thoughts that was going through my head as I'm shoveling poop, of course. So, um, so I just was like, you know what, I'll call him up. Let's get it done with.
So you told us when you were on a few weeks ago about the almost like the pop-in visit you had there. For people that missed it, Sage, give us that visit you had to Grand Forks and what stuck with you to say, I can see myself being here for 4 to 5 years.
Well, it was a pretty quick visit. It was kind of on the way back. We were heading back from Chicago, so it was pretty quick. But he showed me around the facilities, kind of pointed out some things, and of course pointed out the hockey stadium there, which is one of the greatest in the country. And I kind of just talked to me. We had a really good talk when he sat me down and offered me, and that kind of stuck with me. Was the talk that we had. So that's kind of what got in my head and kind of helped be like, hey, this is kind of where I want to go early on, but I never fully committed until now, of course.
Visiting with your parents after you made up your mind, did you talk to them after you were done shoveling before you called them, or how did that whole play out?
Yeah, I did talk to him. I texted my dad. I was like, hey, I think I'm gonna commit now. He's like, it's kind of a weird time. You just got finished shelling poop. But I was like, you know what? I kind of just want to do it now. He's like, all right, then.
What was to have it done with the react? Just does it feel like not necessarily a weight, but what's the now that it's over and done with? What's your mood about it?
It feels like I can kind of just focus on like basketball for me, like for my high school season. I kind of want to have a big senior year because I missed out
Yeah.
last year. So that's kind of what the thought process was for me. I want to just get my mindset on this high school season so I can have a very just like almost like breakout season, I wouldn't say, just kind of like a standout season. I want to make sure that everyone sees me as a player as I want to be. So I kind of wanted to just get the recruiting out the way so I could focus on that.
I don't know if we chatted much about this last time you were on, but just what's your anticipation level just to go back and play that you haven't had a chance to do it? I mean, you got to feel like you're going to rip the door off the hinges when that first game in January.
Yeah, I might. I've been itching. I've been always thinking about just getting back out on the court. I want to hear my name in the starting lineup being announced. Like I've been hard to just wait and watch my other teammates go and play like that. It's hard to sit from the sidelines.
When was it, Sage, for you that I want to play Division I basketball? Was it always a goal? Was it something as you continued to grow taller, develop your game? Was it gradual? Was it always been there?
It's always been there ever since I was 5 years old. I
Mm.
picked up a basketball. I'd always watch the big Power Fives on TV with my dad. So we kind of sit down. And I was like, wow, I just want to play at that level. I see the stadium, see the people. It's just a whole nother level that I just wanted to achieve.
Now that it's real, has it sunk in that this is going to happen now for you?
Mostly, but it's still kind of crazy to me that that was a goal I had, and that's what I've achieved.
Tell me about the reaction back home the last few days since you made it public.
Everyone's congratulated me, people that I don't even know, so it's kind of awkward in that case. But it's been great just listening to all the feedback that people have and how much support there is back here.
Do you imagine once you are able to play that attention level is going to be higher, scrutiny level is going to be higher? How do you feel you'll handle that?
I feel like I'm going to handle that pretty well. I know that the expectations are definitely way higher now. I've already had people kind of be like, "Hey, is he really? He doesn't seem like a D1 player." All that talk, of course. There's always going to be people that are going to criticize you, but I just can't wait to just get back on the court and kind of show them, like, "Hey, I am a D1 basketball player. Okay, I just want to get back on the court and just prove myself again."
For people that haven't seen you play, give us the description. How would you describe Sage Hanson, the basketball player?
I feel like I'm a tall forward. I'm very versatile. I can handle the ball well for my size. I feel like I can get into my shot pretty well. I'm a good shooter. I can take it to the rim. I'm a lob threat. So if you catch me on a bad cut, you miss me, I'm up in the air already dunking. And on the defensive side, I can guard all five positions. I move my feet pretty well for my size. And even if I get blown by, I can recover and get up and block your shot.
That's pretty good. Have you rehearsed that one? Have you been asked? How many times have you been asked that?
A few times now, but it's getting easier every time. So.
No, that was good. What do you know about? I mean, watching summer league basketball. Have you visions? I can fit in here. I can see myself playing at that level.
I've watched a lot of like college basketball over the year, and I've kind of like noticed what it takes to like be a player at that level and like what kind of role you have to play in. So yeah, I have like watched a lot of like film. I've even watched some UND films to kind of see where I can fit myself in as a player in their system. So yeah, it's definitely been something I've keeping my eye on.
How big a deal was your buddy Carter Evansson committing there? Was that a factor at all? And you wanted to go there too?
He did recruit me hard. He was probably their second hardest recruiter. I'm not gonna lie. He was in my ear every day. He's like, "Hey, you should come to UND. Hey, are you gonna come to UND? Hey, can you commit to UND?" Every single day it was text, text, text. So that was definitely he was a big recruiter for them.
How much? So did you call him after you called? Say like, how long was Carter down the list of people you called?
He was probably the second person I called right after, because I texted my dad because he couldn't answer my call, and then I called Carter and I was like, "Hey, I just committed." He's like, "Really? Finally?"
I was gonna say, was he excited or was it like the finally part of it? Last thing before we let you go, and I really appreciate you doing this morning. From being from a small town, North Dakota, Class B guy, to have this happen, just as it's, I guess, sunk in that, man, all the hours I did this, that now this is going to be reality here in the not too distant future.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of like I go and I shoot my gym. It's always empty because it's a small town. So kind of seeing that, like, hey, all this time that I put in this empty gym, this small gym back at home, it's kind of paid off. And I kind of am thankful for the fact that we have that facility open for me, and that it's helped me so much to be able to progress my game forward and put in hours and hours of work that I'm able to go D1 finally.
What's the first time you dunked? How old were you?
I think I was just turning 15. It was just before I turned 15, I dunked. It was at the YMCA.
Was there anybody else there?
Yeah, there's my friends, his name is Bone, and then my other friend Jackson. They're both my teammates. So
did they get it on video, or like did you have to prove it, or like did they back you up your story? Like, hey, I did it.
They backed up my story, and they told me to just prove it at open gym if anyone doubted me.
That's awesome. Appreciate the time, bud. Congratulations. Stay healthy. Look forward to seeing you play this upcoming winter. And thanks for the time, okay?
All right. Thank you.
Sage Hanson from Granville, North Dakota. TGU standout that he'll be back on the floor coming up this January. For those that don't know the story or missed it from our why January basketball season starts in November. Sage transferred before last season to a prep school in Utah. His dad fell ill. He decided to come back home. They petitioned the North Dakota High School Activities Association for a waiver to allow him to play. The waiver was denied. It got some traction I know in the forum picked up that on that story. There were letters written in, but the petition was denied. So he was not allowed to play varsity basketball at all last year. And as part of that, he's not allowed to play until January of 2026. Whenever TGU's first game is after the calendar turns, that's when Hanson will be eligible to get it back out there. And that, you can debate the reasoning on that. The high school association made its case on that. Frankly, I didn't do a ton of backstory on it. I know what happened. They have their medical experts checked on what his dad's condition was. You can go either way on how you feel about it. They made a ruling. He did his work on the AAU circuit. Obviously, what UND saw was enough for them. Dave Richmond was in the same boat. The Bison offered the kid as well. He decided to go to UND. So, but that's why you will not get to see him until January is the backstory for that reasoning. So UND now with 2 North Dakota guys. Evansson from West Fargo Horace, their first Division I men's basketball commit, and now Sage Hanson joining suit. So the Bison have decided they've got a guy from South Dakota, guy from Minnesota, and a guy from Illinois as part of their 26 class. Because it invariably will happen, and that debate will rage when those guys get on campus, and if they turn out to be good players, that's the conversation we always have. Oh, I didn't recruit this guy. Well, maybe they were looking at someone else. That's just, you can't get everybody. You want to get guys in your own backyard. Heck, I'm sure the Jackrabbit fans are feeling that. The Bison just got a kid out of Brookings. When's that happen? I can't remember that in my time here. That I'm sure the Jacks fans, he's probably not that good. That's always how fans talk about that stuff is always amazing to me. All right, we're overdue for a break. We'll take our final one. We'll get caught up on everything, get you ready for a busy Sports Wednesday. We got Twins baseball during the day. Maybe we can go wash your car or something. I don't know. Hot Mike will wrap right after this.